I get this question all the time. How do I invest to become rich? And the truth is, if you want to become rich, then you shouldn't be investing. The reason I'm making $60, $70, $80,000 per month right now is not because I'm investing. No. There's a different reason. Ever since I left college back in 2015, I've been on this never-ending journey of trying to make a lot of money. And when I say a lot of money, I'm talking about like you money, you know? And this journey has led me down a lot of different paths. I've spent years of my life trying to crack the code, trying to figure out what the secret is to be able to set myself up for the rest of my life. And then finally, one day, while scrolling through YouTube, I found the answer. The way to get rich is by investing. That's it, just go and invest. But I thought to myself, that sounds too good to be true. And my suspicions were correct. Because if I invested my way to being rich, say by investing in the stock market, it would take me 35 years to reach $1 million. 35 years. And is $1 million even considered rich? Because there are normal people just like you, just like me, who are making $1 million per year, let alone 35 years. And so there has to be a better way to get rich than by spending the next 35 years investing, right? Now, the most obvious question you're probably asking right now is, well, how do I get rich then? Because if it's not by investing like I've always been told, then how do I do it? And the simple answer to that question is you get rich by providing value. But if we start to kind of peel back the layers of that answer, you'll start to get a much bigger picture of what that actually means. Because there are practical things that you need to start doing right now if you want to alter the next 5, 10, 20 years of your life. Or you could just stop watching this video, continue working at a job that doesn't pay you enough money and will never pay you enough money, and spend the rest of your precious years complaining about how life is so unfair and how you were dealt a bad hand. It's up to you. But I assume that most of you watching want a different life. One where you have freedom, control, and financial abundance. And if that's you, if that's what you want, then these next few minutes could literally change your life. I've started many businesses over the past 10 years. My first business ever was back in 2014 when I started a clothing brand out of my college dorm room. I learned how to sew and I began designing my own custom t-shirts and selling them on Etsy and eBay. This first business, although it didn't make me rich, taught me a lot about marketing, design, and how to create products that appeal to a mass audience. About a year later, my next business was a digital asset and media subscription website. It was basically a small-scale Envato market. That business introduced me to the world of digital entrepreneurship and showed me that it was possible to make money online without ever having to leave the comfort of my home. I also learned a little bit about web development from that first business because I was forced to build my own website because I didn't have enough money to pay a professional to build it for me. Then in 2016, I tried my luck at day trading. I spent about a year trying to learn how to become a profitable trader, and in the end, I ended up losing close to $5,000. So I'm in the red after commissions, $151, and I'm closing the day red again. I am closing the day in the red, $125. Today I'm closing the day down about $150. I just happened to make some bad choices. As a result, I paid the penalty. That experience taught me that there is no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme. You see, you might spend thousands of dollars on a stock trading course that sells you on the idea that you can make, 5, 6 figures per month trading stocks, but I'm here to tell you it's probably not gonna happen. Then in 2017, using the very little amount of web development experience I had from my previous business, combined with learning new skills by watching YouTube videos, I started a web development business. And this business was actually the first time that I started making life-changing money. Not you money, but life-changing money. There is a difference. And this business also taught me a great deal about communication and sales. I then went on to start several more businesses between the period of 2017 and 2020, including another digital asset website, multiple blogs, multiple YouTube channels, and a real estate wholesaling business. And all of these experiences, all of these business attempts taught me different things and gave me new skills. And then in 2021, I started this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. And as of now, I am consistently averaging between $70,000 and $80,000 per month in income. But what exactly am I trying to tell you by saying all of this? That you should go and start a business? Well, yes and no. You see, most of the businesses that I started ultimately failed, and so it's not necessarily enough to get rich by going and starting a business. But the more important thing that I want you to notice about my story is that all of my business attempts gave me experiences and taught me valuable new skills. Skills that I was then able to transfer to my next business idea, where I learned even more skills that I was then able to transfer again. And so even though I had many business failures, each failure was essentially a building block, and each block stacked on top of the next one, which then stacked on the next until I had so many stacked blocks that it created steps that I was then able to climb up and actually reach my goal. And so yes, it is true that you get rich by providing value, but if we break it down even more, you actually get rich by developing skills. Because if you don't have any skills, then how can you provide value? You can't. I recently saw a post from Gary Vaynerchuk, and for the record, I am a really big Gary Vee fan, but he posted something recently that I had a really hard time agreeing with. In this post, he says, "Skills are cheap, passion is priceless." And the problem with this quote is that it's only halfway true. Yes, passions are priceless. I do agree with that, but skills are actually more important than passion, because you could be passionate about playing basketball, but just because you're passionate about basketball doesn't automatically mean you're going to go to the NBA. No. Getting into the NBA would require years of you developing your skills as a basketball player. Yes, your passion for the sport will help to drive and motivate you, but ultimately, it's your skills that pay the bills, not your passions. Now, I do just want to set the record straight by saying, yes, investing is definitely still important. You should definitely still be buying performing assets like stocks and real estate, but those passive investments shouldn't be what you're relying on if you want to get rich within the next 5 to 10 years. Because investing $500 per month at an average 7% return over the next 35 years would only earn you about $1 million. Now, yes, you will technically have a $1 million investment portfolio, but after 35 years. And do you really think that $1 million is actually enough to retire on? I mean, maybe if you want to live extremely frugal, it might be possible, but if you actually want to live life and enjoy yourself, then you're going to need more than that. And so what can you start doing right now in this immediate moment so that at some point in the near future, you're making more money than you ever thought was even possible? Well, the thing that you should start doing is developing skills, and not just any skills, but what I like to refer to as major skills. And I want to make this a very clear distinction. Skills are things like making your bed, or riding a bike, or tying your shoes. Or if you work at a grocery store, skills could be things like stocking shelves or bagging groceries. These are all different types of skills, and we're actually going to refer to these as minor skills. On the other hand, you've got major skills, and these are things like sales, good communication, problem solving, self-motivation. And the difference between minor skills and major skills is that one can make you rich and the other won't. It's really that simple. Knowing how to tie your shoes will not make you rich, period. But being a great communicator or learning to get better at sales, those skills will make you rich. When I was running my web development business, I knew how to build websites, and building websites is a skill, but it's a minor skill, because that skill in and of itself is not what earned me close to $80,000 in my first year. No, developing my communication skills and my sales skills combined with my web development skills is what helped me to earn close to $80,000 in my first year. Understanding how to properly use a camera and get good lighting are both minor skills, but those two skills alone aren't making me $80,000 plus per month on my YouTube channel. Those two skills combined with my good communication skills, which is a major skill, is what's helping me to make $80,000 plus per month on my YouTube channel. I see a lot of YouTubers who have great looking camera shots, great audio, good lighting, good thumbnails, seemingly all the makings of a good YouTube channel. But for some reason, after years of making content, their channel still isn't growing. Why? Well, when you watch their videos, you'll quickly realize why their channel isn't growing. It's because they are not good communicators. They haven't taken the time to develop this major skill, which is what they need if they ever want to see their channel actually grow. And so that leaves us with the question, how do you actually develop these major skills? This is going to sound super obvious, but you develop them by using them. Nobody is born a great communicator or a great salesperson. Nobody. These skills have to be developed. When you go to the gym and lift weights, you're only doing it because you know it's going to make you stronger. And nobody questions that. Like, we all know that if you want your muscles to get bigger, if you want to get stronger, then you have to use them. You have to work them out. And so why are we assuming that some people are just naturally good at speaking or naturally charismatic and confident? No, just like you have to work out your muscles if you want them to get stronger, the same exact thing applies to major skills. If you want to get better at sales, but you're working at a job where you're sitting behind a desk all day answering emails, then you're never going to be able to work out your sales muscles muscle. Go find a sales job that's gonna force you to work on your sales muscles. If you wanna become a better communicator, but you work at a job where you never have to talk to anybody, go and start a YouTube channel or a podcast and force yourself to talk to thousands of people every single week. And you wanna know the truth? Something amazing happens when you start developing these major skills. Your life will literally start transforming right before your eyes. I remember the day when I made my first $1,000 in 1 month on YouTube, and then I made $10,000 in 1 month, and then $20,000, and then 40, and now I'm averaging between $70,000 and $80,000 per month. I'm making more money in 1 month than most people are making in a year, and I only got here because I developed these major skills. And the way that I see it is that you really can't go wrong with developing these skills. These are things that are going to serve you for literally the rest of your life, and so why not spend time to learn how to do them now? You guys are amazing. Every single one of you watching, I appreciate you so much. I mean that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, drop a like down below for the YT algo, and as always, I will see you again very soon. Take care.